Hey, how's it going? My name's Cooper, and this is my video on belonging at OU. So I think belonging, if I could define it myself, would just be finding a social group that a person feels like they fit in, and in a more general sense, just feeling overall comfortable with your surroundings. I think everybody's opinion on belonging is different, and the definition for belonging is super subjective. So I think my definition, while being specific to me, is also broad enough to where it encompasses a lot of the general definitions that you would find from other people when it comes to belonging. I think the best way that I could also define inclusivity is through the metaphor of opening the doors up. And what I mean by this is not shutting the door on somebody's face, not closing anybody out, really leaving it open for anybody, regardless of what they look like, how they act, and really just making things available for everybody. One great example of belonging that we touched on in class was the teach the class assignment. And we did this one later in the semester when my group, the Green Group, touched on Greek life. Greek life is something that I personally am involved in, and a lot of the guys in my group were involved in as well. And it was a prime example of students that do belong talking about the place where they belong. I think my group's presentation was a great example of some of the groups and some of the clubs that OU offers for all the students, regardless of what you look like, where you're from, or what your personality is. One article I really wanted to touch on was one that I talked about in my essay that I wrote this semester. It highlights the difference between belonging in your home life and belonging in school life, especially when you're away from home in a further place. The article had a heavy emphasis on finding a place to belong, especially while you're away from home. The article stresses the importance of belonging while you're away from home and the impact that it has on both your mood, your positivity, your approach towards school, and all those different angles. It was very interesting to read. I feel like this article was really beneficial to me and my understanding of belonging in general just on college campuses. I think it gives me, somebody who already does belong on OU's campus, an idea of how maybe people feel that aren't in my position, as well as things that I can do to be more inclusive and be more open to help people find a place at OU to belong. I think one of the biggest ways that OU can improve is by oversimplifying the way to get in contact with other groups, as well as discover what groups are out there for them. I think right now there's a couple ways of doing it through websites and stuff like that. It takes a little more searching than I think it should. I think the groups and clubs page that OU offers should be widely available and almost be on the homepage of the website itself. I think oversimplifying this makes it available to people that aren't even looking for a group to join, or for people that don't even know where to look or what OU offers. I think doing this could get us to the point to where everybody at OU feels like they belong. And then also on top of that, adding in ways to reach out to these groups that are super accessible and super easy. At the click of one button, you are in contact with these people and they can get back to you as soon as they're available. I think it's a beautiful way of increasing belonging at OU, and I think it could have a really positive impact.